So a very warm welcome to you all from the Buddhist Society. To those of you here in the lecture room on the first floor at Eccleston Square, and to those of you online, thank you for joining us. Here in London, it's early afternoon on the first Monday in February, and it's a beautiful, bright spring light day. So wherever you're logging in from, a very warm welcome to you. We will be sitting for about half an hour or so please do get really comfortable. And before we do that, I'm going to start in the usual way of lighting some candles and some incense, and then reading the dedication of offerings and the supreme praise and recollection of the Buddha. And then we'll sit for about half an hour. The dedication of offerings. To the Blessed One, the Lord who fully attained perfect enlightenment, to the teaching which he expounded so well, and to the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, to these, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, we render with offerings our rightful homage. It is well for us that the Blessed One, having attained liberation, still had compassion for later generations. May these simple offerings be accepted for our long-lasting benefit and for the happiness it gives us. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and Blessed One, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dhamma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. Recollection of the Buddha. A good word of the Blessed One's reputation has spread as follows. He, the Blessed One, is indeed the Pure One, the perfectly enlightened one. He is impeccable in conduct and understanding, the accomplished one, the knower of the worlds. He trains those who wish to be trained perfectly. He is teacher of gods and humans. He is awake and holy. The supreme praise of the Buddha. The Buddha, the truly worthy one, endowed with such excellent qualities, whose being is composed of purity, transcendental wisdom, and compassion, who has enlightened the wise like the sun awakening the lotus. I bow my head to that peaceful chief of conquerors, the Buddha, who is the safe, secure refuge of all beings. As the first object of recollection, I venerate him with bowed head. I am indeed the Buddha's servant. The Buddha is my Lord and guide. The Buddha is sorrow's destroyer. who bestows blessings on me. To the Buddha I dedicate this body and life, and in devotion I will walk the Buddha's path of awakening. For me there is no other refuge. The Buddha is my excellent refuge. By the utterance of this truth, may I grow in the Master's way. By my devotion to the Buddha and the blessings of this practice, by its power, may all obstacles be overcome. So I invite you now to come to a really upright, comfortable sitting position, but do get comfortable and only be as upright as your body will allow. And a good place to start is just to drop your attention downwards into the soles of your feet if you're sitting on a chair, or if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, into your ankles and your shins, the points of contact with the ground that supports you. And quite consciously, see if you can make a contact with the direct sensation of the touch of the floor. And as you do so, just see if you can pay really close attention to where your mind actually goes. So there's the direct sensation of the touch of the floor, and you might be thinking about it, or imagining it, or visualizing it, or a mixture of all of those. So the invitation is just to notice what you actually do with the invitation. Where does your mind actually go? And the other invitation is just to relax and slow down. Whatever else you've been doing this morning or earlier today, just see if you can slow everything down and soften your body and just relax into this meditation. And then I invite you to move your attention to your sitting bones on the chair or the cushion. Just feel the contact, the weight of your torso, just the sense of sitting right here now. And then I invite you to move your attention to your back area and your spine in particular. And just see if you can align your neck and your spine and your head so that everything's in a reasonably upright column. And again, just notice the sensations in the back area. If you're sitting on a chair or a settee, it may be the contact with the back of the chair or the settee. If you're sitting unsupported, how does that feel? So the invitation is just to notice. And then I invite you to just get a sense of the whole of your physical body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. Just taking in your back and your spine, your sitting bones. Feel the clothes on your skin surface and the air on your hands and your face. So just get a sense of the boundaries of your physical body. And when you're ready, in this still, quiet body, just see if you can notice the movement caused by the breath. So wherever it's easiest for you to notice that, in the chest, the abdomen, or at the rim of the nostrils, just see if you can make a connection with the sensation of the movement caused by the breath. And as we enter a period of silence, just allow this to be your place of return, your anchor. So the mind will move and drift, and that's fine. You haven't made a mistake. The invitation is just to notice that, and then return to the anchor of the breath. So please feel free to stretch and move, and adjust your posture, and take some water. Some notices from the Buddhist Society. We thank you all very much for attending this meditation session together and forming this Sangha, online and in person. Today, Monday, this evening, here at the Buddhist Society, there's the Zen class and the Theravada class and the Introduction to Buddhism, all online if you want to check the login details on the Buddhist Society website. On Thursday evening, in the evening, there's the basic meditation class at 6:30 and the Tibetan meditation class at 6:30. Lunchtime meditation sessions are on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, all at this time, that's 12:40 to 1:20. And I'll be back here again next Monday at the same time. In a week's time, that's on Thursday week, that's the 16th of February, and again on the 23rd of February, the basic meditation class will be led by Ajahn Subado, and he will be here in person at the Buddhist Society. So if you want to come into town, to Victoria, to 58 Eccleston Square, you'd be very welcome. That's the 16th and the 23rd here at the Buddhist Society. I'm going to close today by reading the Buddha's words on loving kindness and then the closing homage. The Buddha's words on loving kindness, the Metta Sutta. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm, and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing, in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another, or despise any being in any state. Let none, through anger or ill will, wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down. Free from drowsiness, one should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. The closing homage. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and blessed one, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teachings so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dharma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. So thank you all very much again from the Buddhist Society for forming this Sangha together. And I hope to see you all next week. Have a very good week.